Can you share a bit about your background and how you embarked on your journey as a fashion designer?
My background, I grew up in Lubbock, not very popular, dry out there. Moved to Austin at a very young age, so I'm very Austin inspired. I've always been inspired by fashion, mostly because my great grandma, she's super fashionable. Like, I went to visit her not too long ago. She had a jean jumpsuit, like, think gold member Beyonce. And she was like, girl, put that down. That's mine. And I was like, okay, I respect.
Awesome.
So, fashion is very much in my blood. Do the Barbie dolls with the balloons. I also like to do hair. I just like making people look good. I like making people feel good. My mark, it's not strong mark, but it's subtle. I like to make people look good. I like to also say doing hairdressing is another way that I like to express making people look good. The way that I mark that, promote myself, because people talk a bit. I did a fashion show back in October 23, and it was my first time, because in high school I was supposed to grad, COVID happened 2020, we were supposed to have a fashion show, and that got pushed off, so I was doing that for a while. It was just random. Looked like you could be a model, but got to walk, but I'm like, I can. Oh.
Right.
And so, like, cool, we need designers more anyway. It's like, cool. And like, my first time, it's not perfect. You can totally see that I was, my fashion is like very much, I like to look like I'm a character on a fifth day, that's just how I like to do things. Models usually get confused on how to put it on, and right. I get like, that was my first proud moment as a fashion designer. I got to show the world, and I was nervous, but I'm feeling good. I was really proud, and like, I got to show it off at the world. And so this is the second time that I get to do that. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity. I was thinking about hosting my own fashion show. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of time, and it's a lot of money.
Yes.
And so, it just didn't work out like I wanted it to happen. So I was really thankful that I just got this random, DM on Instagram. So I'm like, somebody said I was a designer and sent them my way. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a blessing, because like, I wanted to do whatever, like, what you're doing for your show. And so I was like, okay, this is a good freaky going on.
Right.
And like, I'm really excited that you wanted Black designers and that you were posting for mental health, because I was on a journey on like, the world just kind of seems like no one's like really talking to each other. Everybody's on their phones, and no one's people like they should be.
Right.
And so I was on a find out how to make a change in the world, and like, this is a small step that, a big step actually, because doing hosting your stuff is pretty big.
Right.
And stressful, like, on all types of levels. So like, thank you.
No worries. It is a lot, but it was put on my heart that I had to do it. Now, you alluded to your grandmother being real fashionista. So, would you say that she inspired you to pursue a career in fashion, or was it something or someone else?
I would say she's my great grandmother, so she's 80, and my grandma is like a different type of fashion, and then my mom's her fashion, but they're all really fashionable.
Gotcha.
So it's in my genes to like, not, because then I'm going to hear from my mom, you wearing that? You're going to step out the house with that? So you're going to be put together somewhat kind of way. Right. So it's in my genes to like be put together when you step outside.
Gotcha. Now, with the collection that you are creating for this event, do you have a personal story or experience that is kind of behind the collection?
I just do whatever I feel all the time with all of my, like in high school and elementary school when I started sewing. I try to go with theme of stuff, but it ends up always being just me, and like, I just do what I feel, and like, I want to embody that in this, like, I really like that there's colors, because like, your colors can express like how you feel about color. And so, like, I'm just going off the colors, and I get to have the creativity to do whatever I want with the
Right, right. I love that. I love that. Now, as you know, you kind of alluded to our theme there. Our theme: look good on the outside, feel good on the inside, and with the colors being different facets of mental wellness. How do you interpret our theme of look good and feel good through your designs, and how do you ensure that the wearer is going to actually feel good when they're wearing them?
Well, I can't say because my style is very particular. Like, not a lot of people would wear what I'm wearing. One of the people that really inspired me to just wear what I feel like is a high school friend that would dress up like a vampire on a Tuesday and everybody thinks they're all weird. And I'm like, she's so cool for doing that.
Right.
So, like, I do not expect people to really fall in love with it at first, but how I envision them is to look strong and not really... I just want them to look strong because that's how I feel when I make my work. Nice. It never looks... You know, it looks like somebody that's a game character, somebody that's supposed to defeat something.
Nice,
like,
nice.
That's funny, and that's what I kind of want my models to understand about me, because it's not going to be like what you think of how it should look. Yeah, I want it to look good on your body. I believe that that's what our job is to do, is to look good on your body, but like, you gotta step out of your comfort zone, because you might like it. You might like it.
Exactly, exactly. How do you believe fashion contribute to someone's self-esteem and their inner success?
Well, I feel like nowadays you see a lot of people dress very casual. It's not very intentional. Like back in the day, you see people just dressed up, and it's like, oh, what are you doing? I'm going to the store, whatever. I believe that I don't know. When you see that, you just know that some people really feel like how, they should about themselves, and how they dress is like a bit of a way to just like, just try to build confidence. But, like, what's your personality like when they start smiling and feeling good, like, oh, you look good in that, they might not think that, but you just gotta constantly push that into people's ear.
Right. Right.
To beat up on yourself.
Right. So in addition to our theme, we're definitely trying to promote body positivity, body appreciation, and body diversity. I'm a firm believer that image equals individuality. No one should have to ever compare themselves with what they see in the media, what they see on TV, or feel like I can't do that. I'm too big, or I'm too small, or I'm too whatever, So as you know, we have a number of different type of models. For females, they're from size 0 to size 22. We have 4 different ethnicities of guys. So we're really trying to push that. We have short guys, we have some tall guys, so we're trying to let the audience know that fashion can work for you. How does your designs promote body positivity, body appreciation, and body diversity?
Well, like I said, like, my costumes are, they're not costumes, they just look costumish. But like, when you're a costume, you become a different person, and you embody that character. When you dress up like Catwoman, you wanna, whip that whip, and you dress up like Superman, you feel like you're invincible. So I feel like, when the models meet me, or like when they see my work, they might think, oh, this might belong in like some type of cool movie.
Nice.
And that, like, or like nothing like what I thought it should look like. That,
right.
Question them a little bit. But that's just my take on that.
I'm a big firm believer in defying societal standards of fashion. And ever since I was in college, they told us, hey, if you have a collection, it has to be all cohesive. You need to be in the same color palette, or, if you're doing something flowy, then it all has to have that same effect. And I was like, nah, not for my thing. Exactly. So, how do you aim to challenge and defy societal standards of beauty and fashion through your collection?
Well, one way I definitely have to push myself, because I'm definitely sick of seeing, is like, it's fashion. Like, the Met Gala have some good pieces here and there, but it's like trash most of the time. find out a way to make dudes fashion. Like, even if you're not a fashionable guy or you don't think that you are, whatever. Like, if you put this suit on, you instantly come snazzy. Like, I want to make people silky smooth. Like, your pants that when I first met you, like, the texture on it, that's something that I totally do.
Nice.
With, like, you know, like, that was very much, like, my type of style.
Awesome.
And I was, you know, it's cool and classic, but it's got texture. He's cool. Dude's fashion, I just want to up that because, you know, women get older. They really do. We really do.
Right.
And so I can make dudes, you know, feel good when they green, whatever, you know, and this is boring. I'm seeing this clean cut. It looks good, but I'm tired.
Right. I totally understand that. Yeah, I get it. I love color. So when it comes to my guys, yeah, we're going to have some color. Everything is going to be blue, brown, and black. So I totally get that there. Lastly here, what are your future aspirations in the fashion industry?
Oh my gosh, I so want to do that Beyonce one where she's like, to be happy. That's cool.
Nice.
Let me think real. Let me not be fake real quick. Let me think. Ever since I was little, I wanted to be successful, and that doesn't necessarily mean to have a lot of money, because I envisioned myself with a lot of money with everything that I've ever wanted, but what would I have if I really just didn't give out? I want to be so successful where I can be able to do what people aren't doing when they have that. You know, that's my aspiration, is to really make a change. I want to make a change, and I think that's my idea of success.
Awesome.
Because, you know, like, when you think of Malcolm X, like, he's been dead for such a long time, and, you know, he's one of the people that really influenced me, and, like, still talked about. He definitely made a change, and, like, I feel like that is important, and I think that is somewhat of my destiny, actually.
Nice. I love that. So, thank you so much for sharing a piece of you and your vision with our audience. I know we're all gonna fall in love with your designs when we see them on the runway.